Hello Libra, nice to see you again. We are going to do 9 cards for your full moon reading. If you're new to my channel, my name is Melissa and I do the zodiac readings based on the full moon energy and the new moon energy. We already looked at the new moon energy. That's the beginning of the cycle. So for the full moon, we're looking at what's peaking, what's blooming, what's popping, what's coming up, what's being revealed. We also are coming out of the new moon energy. We had the solar eclipse, we had the solstice, we had all of that going on all at the same time as the new moon. And then this one we have our full moon as well as a lunar eclipse. So go figure, we have some more like magnified, amplified kind of energies going on. So we're going to get into your cards. Let's do this. We're going to do 3 cards for the overall energy going into the full moon. We're going to do 3 cards, what the moon is trying, what is coming up for the full moon energy, what is peaking, what is being shown to you that you need to work on, or manifestations that are coming up, and then 3 cards of advice, possibly, if they want to give us advice, if you need it or not. You may not need it. All right. First 3 cards coming out, we're going to have the overall energy for Libra's full moon energy. Overall energy for Libra, please. Okay. We have the 4 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I kind of feel like you're holding on to something a little too tightly, and it's making you a little bit anxious. You're not sleeping well. You're just getting lost in thought, okay, over something that you just can't seem to let go of, okay? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which the Wheel of Fortune usually can mean, depends on, for me, a lot, depends on what it's kind of, what the surrounding cards and energies are. I really feel like this is indicating a cycle, not necessarily that fortune is coming your way, but like that there's a cycle that needs to end, or yeah, there's a cycle here that needs to end. You're holding on to something. There's something that is just like making you think bad thoughts or get lost in thought. You can't focus, can't concentrate. You're feeling anxious or sad, or there's just, there's something that you're holding on to that's making you feel that way. Man, it's kind of, you want to maybe end that. You want that to turn into a different direction. Okay. Ooh, okay. We're going with those. Right. What is the full moon going to be revealing to Libra? Wow. That was an exclamation mark on that card. Hold on. All right. So the first 2 that came out, we have the Hermit and we have Justice. So many majors coming out lately, you guys. There's so much shit going on. Okay, so we already had the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. We have the Hermit now and the Justice card, Major Arcana. So this is telling me this is something on a grander scale for you. This is something that's going to greatly impact your life. Oh, for fuck's sake. The High Priestess. Okay, now we have 4 majors. Okay, I just did Virgo's reading. Virgo, in the second 3 cards where we're talking about what the full moon is showing you, what is coming up with the full moon energy, they had 3 majors too. Okay, so maybe there's a tie there. If you want to watch it, go for it. The Hermit, Justice, and the High Priestess. Okay. This is crazy. Okay. So I'm going to do individually and then time together for you a little bit. All right. The Hermit card is about, crawling into your crab shell, hiding out for a little bit, taking time for yourself away from drama, away from people, away from your surroundings, whatever it is. It's getting away, go away. Okay, you want to be a hermit, you want to quarantine yourself a little bit. Okay, so that's what that one's about. We have Justice card, which is about fairness and balance. And then we have the High Priestess, which is to be very plain Jane, intuition. Okay, okay, let me see these. We have the 2 pillars here, the light and the dark, then we have the 2 pillars behind the Justice card as well. Okay, so that balance, you need to take some time for yourself here. I think it's not fair to you to be putting yourself out there. Having a lot of like energy transfer here, which is kind of a whole nother video, but okay, it's not fair to yourself. your gut is telling you that you need to get away. Your gut is telling you that you need to get the hell out of there. There's a situation, and like with the other cards, there is a situation where it's just you're holding on to something that is not good for you, that makes you feel like garbage. And I like this full moon energy is really going to come forward for you and show you, look, you already know, you instinctually, intuitively know that this is not fair, that this is not right, that you're not being treated right, that you're not being treated fairly. Now this could be with a job. We do have the only other sign we have out here is the earth sign, which is your finances, your career, your home, something that you're holding on to. Is very well could be a job where, you know, like you get told you're terrible at your job, or, you know, you get told horrible things while you're at your job, whether it's by bosses or coworkers or you know, clients or customers or whatever. It very well could be relating to a career situation. You're not being treated fairly. You know it. You already know this. And I feel like there is definitely something that comes up around this full moon that is getting you away. Now, it could be that, you know, you maybe you lose your job. But we always keep an open mind here that sometimes we lose something to make room for something that we would have not had room for had we not lost the other thing. Does that make sense? You got to make room for something here. This is, I kind of feel like very strongly that this is having to do with a career situation. Could be school. I don't feel like this is a romantic issue. I don't. But you just don't feel right where you're at. You're not happy, and it's time for something I feel like is coming that shows you where you should be. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Is there any action that Libra needs to take regarding this situation? Queen of Wands, the Empress. Look at this shit. Okay. Another major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas. 5 out of 9 cards. Major arcanas. This is a big deal. All right? This is something that's a big deal to you. So the first 2 cards were the Queen of Wands and the Empress. I'm going to hold them up together because look how similar they look. Look at this. Okay? The Queen of Wands, she is motivated. She takes action. She's not afraid to get down in there with the people and do what needs to get done. Okay? She's just not afraid. She will do what she has to do. The Empress, okay? The Empress is the mother, the nurturer, the mother, the nurturer, the I keep getting fertility vibes, but I don't see anything else in that. So there's fruitful, fertile ground. Okay, yeah. So, sorry. Make sure that you're staying aware of the things that make you feel good, that make you feel like you're on top of things. Because I just really feel like there is something that you can't let go of, and it may just be a tie to finances. It may just be because you need this job. You don't think in this economy, in this climate that, you know, not weather climate, but in the state of things that you could find something else. And that's what's kind of keeping you stuck there. But I really feel like you can do this on your own. Keep your eyes out for opportunities, okay? Make sure you're taking very good care of yourself. Do you know what you know you need to do, and make sure you're taking care of yourself. The other card was the 4 of Cups, which is, you know, sometimes things will present themselves that are not for you. So it's okay to say no to something. It's okay to say no to an offer if it does not feel right. If it's not in alignment with you taking care of you and you taking ownership of your life. I feel like you've been stuck in a bad place where you don't feel like you're in control of things. You don't feel like you're steering the wheel here. Okay? You don't feel like you're being treated fairly. You don't feel like you have any say in anything. You can't, you're not allowed to make decisions or whatever the case may be. It's time to shift that. I feel like something is going to present itself to you, which takes you out of that situation and into a more self-nurturing, self-sufficient, motivating place where you learn to distinguish between what knowing what you have and being grateful for what you have, and not necessarily needing to accept any old offer that comes in. Okay, because you're gonna be trusting yourself here and taking care of yourself, and that happens to also be directly underneath this, High Priestess intuition. Again, more taking on womanhood and being yourself. Maybe not womanhood if you're male. That could just be, really reflecting on your own feminine qualities, making sure that you're taking care of yourself and others, and but not too much, because we want to make sure that we're also fair and balanced. Okay, and I love that this card is a woman. The Justice card is a woman in this deck. Nice, just noticed that. But I do feel a lot of femininity in here. Okay, so if you're a male and you're watching this and all of that other stuff makes sense, it's more about tapping into your intuition and allowing yourself to feel feelings, because that's where like that femininity comes in, is more about being in touch with your feelings. Like, it's not masculine to allow yourself to feel things and allow yourself to take action on things based on your feelings. So I feel like that's where you're headed for this full moon, and that's what's being brought up. Like, there may be something eliminating in your situation that kind of puts you on your own and allows you to be there for yourself, so that you learn that you do have the power within you to take care of yourself. So that's what I have for you. I hope that makes sense. Please let me know in the comments below. Hit the subscribe, ring the bell, all of that good stuff if this resonated and if you want to see more. So thank you again for watching, and as always, have a blessed day.